And he also got another sneaky tower up here, and this is gonna completely cut off Gray's wood supply. And we're off. Here in the red, we gotta say my name. Playing as the Britons. Everyone's laughing for some reason. In the purple, we have Ara PR as the Huns. In the gray, we have the Thienma Wong as the Khmer. And in the... Guys are very happy today. The orange, we have Trum Duty as the Malians. On the opposing side, we have 73 Ong Trum as the Goths. And then we have Marcelo as the Aztecs in the green. We have Chim as the Koreans, and he is teal. And we have True Tulong as the Incas in the yellow. The map is going to be split along these two opposing sides, it looks like, across this line, approximately. And these guys are just making their way in the world with lumber camps and such. This is a really bad position for him to be in. The map is really open. Red's map is equally pretty bad, being very open. Purple is fairly open, but much better, and he's also in the pocket. I don't know, it looks like actually all these maps are kind of open. Yeah, almost all their maps are very open. Not much trees in this area. Are we playing on Arabia? Yep, we are playing on Arabia. I guess there's not a lot of trees in Arabia. I think green actually has the best map so far. But it doesn't matter as much since we're in a team player game, so you're probably going to want to wall up if you don't want to get raided by more than one person. And it looks like greens are going to try to kill gray over here. And it looks like he's going to get one village kill. And he's going to run away. Only losing half the health on his eagle. Which, I don't know if it was worth it though. Because he could have used that eagle in a fight later on, but this is very early on, so getting a kill this early on is pretty detrimental. This villager might mess up the deer a little bit. No, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get that deer in. These guys are all doing the standard tactics, pretty much. Get a lot of people on sheep and deer and boar. Actually, I don't know where purple's boar is. I think he lost one. Or maybe he already ate it. They're all being fairly passive. Otherwise, there's mainly a battle between green and gray. And oh, it looks like Chim is gonna go for a tower rush in the pocket. Because he's already on stone. This is gonna be very interesting to see what he's going to tower rush. Probably Chu Chulong. Wait. No, they're on the same team. You gonna tower rush gray then? Let me try to tower rush gray. They're both pretty far away. That's something you would normally do as the pocket. But okay, judging by his villagers, he's gonna tower rush gray. While green is going to go up for a standard archer rush. And say my name is going to wall up, and he might go for a... He's definitely going for a fast castle. And Gray is going to be in a lot of trouble because there's a tower rush coming his way with 6 villagers. That's a lot of villagers for a tower rush. He's going to be in quite a bit of trouble. And green is going to go for a archer rush, so make sure these towers are protected. And now Gray's going to be in a really bad position because his stone mine's already being towered. And his other stone's over here, which is very easy to also tower. Luckily for him, he's in the feudal age now, but yes, this tower will not go up.
Yes.
And he's going to have to put it somewhere else instead. Even over here, it could get... with fletching, he might be able to get that one. So he's going to build on the hill instead. Try to protect his other wood stone. And oh, interesting, Marcelo is actually going for a late man-at-arms rush. Or fairly late. He's so close by, I guess it's not that late. Okay, my name's just booming. But the Huns over here. Preparing to get some scouts out. And Trumby is having a fairly unsuccessful man-at-arms rush. He was not able to get to the gold miners in time. Or the rest of Yale's colony for that. He's even actually walled up his base pretty nicely to prevent people from getting in. Just nail walls here, and then he's pretty much fully secured.
Yes.
Aside from its gold mine, which has a tower on it. There are no team walls currently for either of the teams. And purple's gonna be a slight nuisance. Over here we got some juicy scouts all over Teal's villagers, which is gonna thin out their numbers a bit. And this might slow down his tower rush, as Gray is now able to collect the stone. And let's see if he... no, not the feedlock. Fog of War. He does not actually know that there's a stone over there, which is unfortunate for him because that would really put a dampener in Gray's plans otherwise. So Teal's kind of stuck here at this point. He doesn't know how to push further in, and he doesn't know about that stone mine. But the interesting thing is that Marcelo does know about it, so he built a tower here to be a nuisance. Or maybe he doesn't, he might not even know about it either. Let's check. Oh, he definitely knows about that one. But he went for the wood instead, since that is Gray's only wood line for miles. So he's gonna be extremely annoying with that one. But Gray's trying to protect the stone mine, but that's not gonna be as good because he's only got a couple lumberjacks that can mine wood effectively. Marcelo's over here with a couple of man-at-arms, but the Brins are already pushing out with their archers. And these will clean up the man-at-arms from green very quickly. There's a bit of a scout battle over here with purple and blue. But they're not going to hang around for long. But blue wants to try to get some villager picks. It's not going to happen over here. And this farm is looking bugged because that's a full health farm. As well as this farm, that's also bugged. Yeah, those villagers are trying to find an opening over here. They won't do so though, because there's skirmishers from orange. And it looks like the first person in the castle would be Marcelo, the green. He's going to be thinking about potentially eagle warriors. And the Britons are now here to shoot at his wood villagers, of which he only has one lumber camp for. And he also got another sneaky tower up here, and this is going to completely cut off Gray's wood supply. And I don't think Gray can stop this at all. So his economy is going to be extremely unbalanced because he's going to have to move it all to like gold. Or just move out completely. Because he's in a lot of trouble now. And now other people are going up to the castle age. We might see some knights from the Goss potentially, even though they usually don't go knights. He's in the pocket though, and he already has a stable, so he might, or he might just boom up. Yellow has a sizable army, and once he goes up to the next stage, you probably think of upgrading that to crossbows, assuming he doesn't lose it. Teal's being a bit of a jerk, and he was going to try stonewalling Red's gold, but Red is having none of that. And now Marcelo's getting slung wood for some reason.
Yes.
I guess, oh, I see. He's getting attacked by Gray's scouts, so he needed to build an extra lumber camp to, or town center now, to actually protect some of his villagers. And Gray, on the other hand, is also out of options here. He wants to push back this tower. He's gonna build a tower over there. For some reason, he highlighted the relic. I don't know what's up with that. But maybe that's where he's gonna put his knights. And like I said, he's going out with 2 stable knights as the Goths, which probably won't last too long. These are only starry knights. He's probably going to switch out after the castle age in favor for things like Huskarls and other infantry units. And Gray is putting in some work against Teal over here, who's been a nuisance in the beginning. And Teal's villagers can't do much about it. They're going to try whacking at the scouts, so they will run away. And the Gothic Knights are all here now. No. I think he wants him to wait a little bit. He's waiting for his full army to come in so they can wipe out this army correctly. They're yelling at each other to start the game, so that means they're about to push in to murder these little crossbowmen. And with the sheer amount of knights and crossbows, it's gonna completely decimate this army. He's running all the way home. I'm not sure what Blue's doing. He's kind of just walking around in circles a bit. And the full orange army is now here. And this might be a good time to engage. And it's 2v1. Or maybe they could wait for a mangonel, but that's not going to come out anytime soon. So they're not going to engage. And Teal is actually successful to put up a tower, but he's also successfully going to get it burned to the ground almost as quickly. And Teal's going to stay in the feudal age for a very long time because he has no resources and he's currently just building farms. So actually, he should eventually get up, but his towers are all getting knocked down now. And I think, I don't know if he's ahead in this. Both teams are fairly even right now, though Orange's team has a bit more villagers currently. The military counts are much higher for Orange's team as well.
Yes.
And the armies, you really do not want to engage right now. I think they might want to wait for build some siege or something like that. They're going to continue adding in more economy, which is totally fine. And blue went full economy right now, so he should be able to eventually push ahead in all this. But at the same time, red, with the Britain's economy, is already almost fully boomed. Should be ready to dish out a lot of damage. He's already starting to do that by pushing out his crossbows everywhere across the map. Oh, these guys are still at home, not sure what they want to do, while their opponents are fully upgrading their weapons. And I think Chim has turned himself into a slinger because he just sent more equipment to someone. These poor villagers are getting completely murdered by these crossbows. So they're gonna take out this market, and this is actually gonna mess up any trade that he may need to do. And right now, Gray is actually, Green wants to protect Teal, but he really doesn't need to do that. A bit too late on that. It would have been better if he went towards his own base and cleared up whatever mess was over there. But he does have a lot of eagles out now. Maybe he's looking to go in Imperial Age and get to the Elite Eagle Warrior upgrade and completely melt these crossbows. As Red is also up on the Imperial Age, and he would like to make a lot of Arbalists, but he has to deal with these Elite Eagle Warriors, so he's actually opting to go straight into Champions first, which is a smart decision by him, as he knows that Gray is going for Elite Eagle Warriors. There's some raiding coming in from purple over here. There's knights all over Blue's bases, and he has no defensive economy except for a couple of knights, which are not that good because they're Gothic knights, but they're serviceable at least. And these Elite Warriors are coming in. They're not elite yet. And these, they're actually going to get cleaned up, which is really bad because he needs a good mass of them to invade people's economies, and he's not able to do that because the economy is also tilting. And these long swords are coming in. There's soon going to be two-handed swordsmen. And they're going to completely destroy whatever green is trying to do. And completely mess up their economy. And he's even going to branch out and go to other people's economies. Like Teal's, for instance, who can't do much and is currently slinging to save other people. And Blue's completely getting decimated over here by the Hun Nick Knights. And Red is continuing to spread out his tendrils across the land to attack the Goths as well, who are well known for their Huskarls and champions that are infantry. And Red's champions will counter even these infantry over here, because their infantry are worse, but they just have more of them. And that is why Red is able to counter two opponents with just one unit once he gets champion out. And Green is in dire straits right now, unable to do anything about this large two-handed sword army. So Red has only built one barracks here, so it's not going to be a lot of units. But his and Teal's villagers going to be in for a rude awakening when the champion comes in and does not let him get the gate up, or he'll be alerted to Red's presence. And finally the knights are finally destroyed from Teal, Purple. But Purple is now fully boomed up and ready to go up to Imperial Age. And we'll be starting to see some looks like paladins from him. As he is not building archery ranges. Or he might even, if he builds a castle, he could even build Tarkans. If he builds one castle and then upgrades one of the upgrades in the castle that lets you build Tarkans in the stable unit building. We've got a couple of angry eagles in Great's economy, and Red has to go back to clean that stuff up. Or he might not need to because there's a lot of battle elephants. But Red is just chilling over here, waiting for more elite eagle warriors to come his way, but he's gonna go into someone else's base instead. And Teal's is about to lose his market, so he can't even sling people anymore. And he's gonna be in some trouble. The Goths are slowly building up their army. He wants to get them fully upgraded before he engages Red army, because Red's army is going to be better than Teal's army, Blue's army. And there is a huge mess in Teal's economy. I don't know if they can hold this back, because it's already Cavalier and champions. Very well armored champions, in fact, because these are the Melians. We get an extra armor for every age, I believe. Fierce armor. And everyone on the first team side is starting to lose their economy. And this could spell the end for them, as they won't be able to push this back. Or at least they're having great difficulty in doing so. But at least the Goths are almost fully upgraded, so this should help a little bit, but these champions are much better than the Gothic champions. And as long as Red keeps pushing on as many fronts as possible, they won't be able to push it back. Yellow is
No.
barely holding on over here. These champions are going to completely decimate him though if they come in large numbers. And they're gonna just not stop coming. They're gonna keep coming, and they've even started trade over here. From here to here, which is not the most efficient. The illegal warriors are trying to mess up Red's economy, but he quickly got the wall off. And Red's even decimating Green's economy over here now. So it's just a matter of time before they lose. And yes, here they call it GG now, and they're all resigning. I think it boils down to them not getting enough. Two of their teams were attacking Gray, but they did not do enough damage against them. And then Teal was stuck in the feudal age for the whole time. So that is why they lost. Let's check out the achievements. Red is putting a lot of work here. And Red wasn't even fully boomed. He's just fairly boomed. Yeah. And if these armored up long swordsmen, this TC is going to go down.